Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm going to show you guys a mini scheme out of the Minnesota Vikings playbook. It's in a near formation, near jumbo to be exact. And it's really good. I've been working on it the past day or so. And it's a good anti-meta scheme. That's what I'm going to be showing it against. It's going to be against um, 3-4 Kershaw drop 2 and Tampa 2, but I don't have the 3-3-5 in the playbook I was going up against, so I just did it out of the Tampa 2 out of the 3-4 odd. And I think it has the same effect, so you guys should really look into this. And you guys saw me make my substitutions there. I put LeGarrette Blount at the fullback spot because you wanted a ground and pound player there, and a more elusive back or a combo back at the running back spot. So the first play is the HB inside that I'm going to show you. It's just a quick run. It's pretty effective. You can get a good bit of yards as long as they don't have like a super good defensive line. But you can get at least like 2 or 3 yards every single play, which if you do that every single play, you'll get a first down and keep driving on the field. So it's really good for that. It depends on who you have though, because if you have somebody like, I don't know, if you put like your fullback there, you're probably not going to get that many yards. But the next play here is this fullback inside. This is a really good run. It's guaranteed yards, especially if you have a really good fullback there or somebody like, for instance, I think the best you can have there is Jerome Bettis, and you'll gain like 7 or 8 yards every single time because you get really good blocking. And same with the spot that Ajayi is in. If you have like Earl Campbell there, that's a great tandem in the backfield. Then you'll gain so many yards just running the ball. And in the couple games I've played, like you guys can see, that's a great run. But in the couple games I've played, like people or just don't know how to stop my running game, so they'll end up like run committing and stuff like that, and then opens up the passing game, which this has pretty good too. So the first passing play, what I'm going to do is I'm going to streak square, out route on Burton, and then Ajayi is going to go on a curl. So here you're going to look for that angle route, and you're going to pass lead it up if they're like using it. But if they do user it, I think I'm going to show it right here. That's what the curl is for. You can just, like, a lot of pros do it too. You just playmaker it to whichever side you want to, or whichever side they're not using, and you can gain a bunch of yards off of it and make them user, I guess, both, which is a lot harder to do. So I kind of like show like how people user it, just to kind of take him out of the spot, and I'm going to playmaker him, and I mean that's just easy yards. Like you can do that every single play, and you're not going to really be able to stop it. So that's the first passing play against this cover 4 drop show 2. And the second one is going to be this PA strong. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to streak your running back. Well, I'm going to show it in a second. You're going to want to streak your running back, so triangle. And you're going to motion him out to get like a flood concept. And this basically destroys any coverage in the game. You have to user it, or you have to have somebody like really good out there, like Chris Harris Jr. That Richard Sherman does not cover the corners very well. So if you go up against that, most of your Richard Sherman has accidentally flipped the play. But if you go up against that, most of your Richard Sherman, you can do the same thing you normally do against normal cornerbacks, because that Sherman plays really bad. So I'm just going to show it again. You can even drag square if you want to check down route. And I think I show this, yeah, against somebody trying to like run like a Mabel type thing out of the cover 4, if they try to do that to try to stop the corner out. And with that, you can just hit those underneath routes, and then they also have the end route. You can hit that too if you have enough time. And that brings me up to a good point. Well, I'll tell you guys that after this tight end corner play. You're going to streak your tight end here, and this works against, like I said, any coverage. You need good tight ends, because if they end up going into man defense and you have slow tight ends, you're kind of done for. Like I have Evan Ingram, Delaney Walker, and Greg Olsen. Those are really good tight ends for this play, and I think I have them at the right spots. So I messed up the play there. I was like trying to set up the defense. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this one more time against, I think I did Cloud Flats this time. Or I guess not. Wait, did I? Yeah, okay, I did. I did cloud flats this time, and once you see cloud flats, you're gonna hit the circle route. Those out routes kill online. Nobody really know. Like people either have to cover one or the other. Um, so this play, I'm just gonna keep on showing you guys a cycle of the plays. So for this one against cloud flats, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to hit the flat route, obviously. Those are easy yards. It's like 5 or 6 yards every play. This is just kind of like a grinded out offense. You're not going to gain a whole lot of yards, although you do, and I seem to. With the corner routes and stuff, you got to set up the pass with the run. And not a lot of other formations can really do that type of thing. So here, I believe I'm showing you guys against the Tampa 2. I'm showing you guys I didn't have the 3-3-5 normal. So I'm just going to have to run that to the 3-3-5 or 3-4 odd. So everybody knows the setup for this play for the most part. I flipped it. I didn't really have to. It kind of wasted time. So I'm sorry about that. I did this for most of the video when I'm showing you against this cover 2. But a lot of people will then, like pinch and all that. And it makes the up the middle runs pretty difficult to do. But still, it's the weak spot of the 3-3-5. So against the HB inside, you're not going to get like a whole lot of yards, but you're going to get yards eventually. And if they keep letting you have like 5 or 6 yard gains, then eventually you're going to break one big for the most part. Like for me, I have LaDainian Tomlinson, and then I have Leonard Fournette, the rookie premier. My LaDainian Tomlinson, I think he's a 91 overall. He's not getting boosted from the chems, I don't think. And he does really good at the elusive spot, and then Leonard Fournette does really good at the trucking spot. Although I wish I had somebody better, I'm not really able to get that. So that was this play, the flood play, the flood concept play. So this is against hard flats, I think. Yeah, so basically them hot routing that middle linebacker deep isn't really going to have any effect. It's kind of a waste of a hot route. But that's going to be wide open against hard flats. And then against cloud flats, like I said, you're going to hit the underneath stuff. And they really just have to pick and choose because they're not really going to be able to stop both at the same time unless they do something like a Mabel. And if you pick up on that on one of the plays, then just like drag route, and you should be able to just keep hitting it. It's a really good set of plays, and it's about, I think it's 5 plays that I run, and then sometimes I'll run the 6th play, because there's only 6 plays total in the formation, and I haven't played a full game using this. I had one game where I played really bad because I was recording, and sometimes I just play really bad because I'm recording, so I just deleted that footage. It wasn't very good. I had one scoring drive that was good, but other than that, it wasn't a good gameplay. So here's this play again, the tight end angle. It's really good. I like running this play a lot, although it seems to not get the most yards. Like the 2 corner route plays seem to get the most. And I haven't tried it out yet, but I was thinking about running a formation of it, or not a formation of it, like a different type, where on one of the corner routes, it's in the corner play, the one where it's on the left side instead of the right. I was thinking about motioning that over to get a post and seeing what I could do out of that, but I just didn't do it in this video. I might release a little like update, just probably a Google Docs that I'll put into the description of the video so you guys can see that. And yeah, so this is just a bunch of repeats of the same play. It's nothing really special here. But like I said before, there's a special thing I like to do. I like to have a mobile quarterback. Like in Mutt, the one I'm using right now is Deshaun Watson, the Football Outsiders, when my starting quarterback is Tom Brady. And I powered him up too. He got like conductor and all that, but I like Deshaun Watson there because the mobility really helps with, they have to put up a spy most of the time. Also just keep running on him. And then also, it helps open up the running lanes because if like, let's say they do somehow cover everything, then I can just run, and once they realize I'm going to run, they put up a spy or contains, and that's going to soften up the run game. That's going to make it a lot easier for me to just keep getting yards. Um, like I said, you don't really want to like run this the whole game. Like if you play a full 4-quarter game instead of people quitting out in the first quarter because it's a dominant offense and you have good defense, then I mean you're probably going to want to switch out of it. And once they switch back into the cover 4 show 2 and all that, then you come back to this and start running it. Just try to get them out of that defense. That's kind of the whole purpose of this. Because I'm a weekend league player, I got really frustrated yesterday because stupid meta defenses, and I came up with this whole offense just to counter those 2 defenses. But it works against anything. Cover 3. I'm trying to find a cover 3 one-play touchdown, but I can't. Anything cover 2, you have that check down. I really like that check down route. That's another thing why I have the mobile quarterback. So if they do get some pressure in, I can run around and then hit that play or hit that route. So it's a really, really good formation. I like it a lot. You guys should probably try it out too. I think I'm coming to the end of the practice mode stuff. One second, let me just check. Yeah, I can't tell. Okay. Well, I'm going to end up getting into a gameplay. I'm just going to keep going through this a couple more times. As you can see, I just, against Cloud Flat, so it works. Everything in this offense, for the most part, works. I think I'm getting to the gameplay right about now. Or not. Or not, I guess. Okay. I guess I'm going to show one more thing. I'm not sure what I'm showing here. Oh, I think I kind of goofed around a little bit trying to, find some cover 3 beaters. This isn't really important, but like I said, you guys have to just kind of figure out what you're going to do with this. I mean, the Minnesota Vikings playbook is actually really good. I didn't really pay much attention to it at the start. I was running the Jets playbook, but a lot of those meta offense or meta defenses end up stopping the Jets playbook specifically because that's a really popular offensive playbook. So you can't really run that much more in weekend league. It doesn't really work too well. So this is just really anti defense because you're not going to get a bunch of big gains until people start blitzing you. Then you're going to start hitting the corner routes, the post routes, different stuff like that. But you're going to really set up the pass, and you're going to get people out of these defenses that you don't like, because I don't think I've seen a person be able to defend this. The one game I did lose when I was running this is when I was recording, and I was nervous because I'm recording. I always get pretty nervous when I'm recording, and I just played a bad game. I kept throwing it to his user. I was pressing the wrong button. I was lobbing it when I should be bulleting it. It was just overall bad play. So I think we're going to go ahead and get to the game here. Or not. Yeah, okay. So here it is. My offense, my lineup goes is following. I have Tomlinson at the running back, and my wide receivers. I don't really use my wide receivers in this formation. Obviously, it's a 3 tight end set, and there's no wide receiver package. If there was, I'd use the wide receiver package, but there isn't. I have Michael Irvin, Chris Carter. That's my team right there. Derek Brooks, Akeem Talib, Tom Brady. Derek Brooks is a really good card. And you can see the team I end up going against: Mike Vick, Herschel Walker, Dan Deerdorf. Dude spent $500K on an offensive tackle. I was pretty nervous at this point. You guys see me making my substitutions to Deshaun Watson, Tomlinson, and then Leonard Fournette. I have Adrian Peterson. He's a better trucking back than Fournette, but Adrian Peterson fumbles too much, and you're going straight up the middle into a bunch of linebackers, and he's going to fumble. So I'm going to run the HBN side. The Tomlinson is just a beast with that never stumble. It's a really good chemistry. He gains 7 yards there. Then Fournette's not going to get a whole lot because that defensive tackle, I think that's Kawan Short, just blew that up in the backfield. And I'm going to run this play. I'm going to hit the out route. It's just the safest throw to pick. I didn't want to wait too long. LaDainian Tomlinson, just 2 yards right there. Nothing crazy. I'm going to run this play. And this is a risky play I ran right here. I don't recommend doing this if I were you. I should not have thrown this. It probably should have been picked, but I cut it off before you could get to it. And Greg Olsen getting down to the 19-yard line. So you can see the big playability in here. And then here, just a beautiful, beautiful play. Evan Ingram, that's a touchdown. Richard Sherman cannot cover. So on defense, he's going to come out and run this FL drive play or whatever it's called. And I'm going to get a sack on Michael Vick. I'm surprised he didn't roll out. He would have so many yards. He's going to run a PA end around, which I've never really seen people do like a whole end around. Like, usually it's the play action. So here on 3rd and 7, he's going to PA end around it. And then Rondé Barber's going to get the sack. I put him in a spy. Vic just ran right into him. And here he's going to run like a corner out play. He's going to chuck it up to Herschel Walker. That's going absolutely nowhere. And he's going to pause the game. And I think you guys know what's coming up here in a second. And this game's over. Okay. So, overall, I think you guys should run this offense. It's really good. Highly recommend it. This is the Fajita, and I'm out. Peace.